Hello everyone, and by everyone I mean the few people who are here. So we were at the point where we were just kind of grinding and trying to kind of decide when we were going to go to the end of the game here. Because I don't think I'm probably ready for Omega. And I do think that I'm going to want to try to beat Omega. So that's where we're at here. Yesterday I was working on my bedroom upstairs, renovating basically until like 9 p.m. And then when I got done, I had part of what I was doing was cleaning up a bunch of insulation. So when I got done, I had to clean up because I had fiberglass all over me. And so that's why I didn't get on last night. I was kind of tired by the end of all that, and I just wanted to chill and go to sleep. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna try to get to the boss today or not. I'm not real sure about that yet. My son is sitting at the back door just slamming it over and over and over again. I'll be right back. Hi, Cade Gaming. Hi, Justin Bailey. Part 21. Dang, dude, this game is longer than I thought. Hi, Defo. Sorry I missed that. You must have said that before I got the restream pulled up, so it didn't populate. Good thing I came over to the YouTube. I would have missed that you were here. Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good day, Justin and Cade Gaming and Defo. Yeah, so that didn't populate. You must have typed it in before I had the restream pulled up. What's up, what's up, Bon Bon? Let's see, Lutaro. I play Final Fantasy songs. Oh, right on, that's awesome. I made it to Carnot Castle at level 25. Trying to get all the chests and blue magics. I managed everything but, Aria 2? I'm not sure. Oh no, they killed me. I was too busy looking at the chat. I played this, got to X-Death and quit the game. Been replaying. I am on the library. Oh, okay, cool. From my understanding, it sounds like Ultima's gonna be harder than X-Death. Am I wrong about that? Made it to Carnet Castle at level 25. We're going to be having a different computer setup next week, guys. I'm from Argentina. Hope you do well. Thank you. Thank you for coming by, and welcome. You're always welcome. Argentina. Hope you do well. We're going to be having a different scenery on the computer setup. Sorry you're mad at me. We're going to be having a different scenery on the computer setup because I'm about to work on this living room, and so I'm gonna move the computer setup when I start working on this living room. I'm gonna try to get all my work done in here, at least in here, in this next month before we go back to school, and then I'll be driving again, and then my son will be in school again. My wife and my son are gonna go to my mom's house, and that way I'm not gonna have to put all the furniture back every single night when I get done working, because it's just so counterproductive. You wake up, you move stuff so you can work. You work for like 3 or 4 hours, maybe more if you can, and then you put everything back. But if you do work longer than 3 or 4 hours, then you work so long that you're so exhausted. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna get this living room completely cleaned out, and I'm not gonna have to move stuff back and forth so that we can keep living. I'll be the only one here. I'll just finish work for the day and go to bed. And I'm going to try to knock as much out as I can in the next month that I have before school starts. Today was over 105 degrees. One of our guests straight up wanted me to change the weather. Right. That's crazy. It got to like 90 here today, I think. I believe it was 91 when I was taking my son to the skate park. You can do it. Thank you. I hope so. I'm sorry, Defo. I think I'll be trying to live stream while I work on the house. But I'll share that channel with y'all again. But I know it's not gaming, and gaming's really what we're sharing here. But I'm streaming it. I may, if I had room on my phone, I would I don't know. I might do videos if I had room on my phone, but I don't have any room on my phone. I don't have any time to go through the storage. So live streaming is just easier. It's like it catalogs it for me so that I don't have to save it. I really just like being alone if I'm not with my wife. I understand. What's up, Merlin's Wand? I went and got the last of my dental work done yesterday morning, and then as soon I guess it's not the last. I'm waiting for this crown to get done. So I have a temporary crown in right now, right here. And I get home and immediately the crown pops off. So that's fun. And then I called them and they're like, well, yeah, you can come in and get it done, or you can just like you'll be back for your crown in a week or two. I don't know. I think it's 2 weeks. And they're like, that's fine as long as you're like careful. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll think about what I'm gonna do. Last time I didn't go get it re-glued, and then I felt like I had problems with the tooth afterwards because I think my not having the crown on, it just put a lot of abuse on my gums, I think. And so I right now I have it in, even though it's not glued. But what I decided to do, I just ordered a little bit of Fix-A-Dent, and I'm gonna glue it back in myself. And then, it says online that Fix-A-Dent's fine for a temporary crown, so we'll just go with WebMD on this one. We'll just take a gamble. I'm just kidding. I don't know that it was WebMD, but I'll go ahead and just put it back in myself, and I think we'll be all right. I think I'll be all right. Only king for a day, no. Only king for a day, no. I'm not sure. Ask Rock what to do. Yeah, right. And now I'm playing with it. Since it's popped off, I keep like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I can't stop myself. Since it's popped off, I keep like biting it with my other, like my top set, and like popping it, and I shouldn't be doing that. Like, but if I take it off, it hurts way more. Because the abuse to my gums, like I said. Oh yeah, only king for a day, no crown. I got it, duh. I got you. I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm not gonna do Gorilla Glue. I want it to come back out when I go for the permanent. Sometimes I'm slow. I'm also very tired. I woke up this morning at 6 a.m. and looked to my side, and my son is still awake. I was just telling him about how my son was awake at 6 a.m. and didn't go to sleep all night. You didn't go to sleep. I know you didn't. He says, "How do you know I didn't go to sleep?" Because I'm not. Because you would never, ever, ever in your life be up at 6 a.m. That's one. Oh my gosh. Also, I looked at the. He's not in here. I looked at the web history when I made him go to bed, and I know for a fact he was up all night. When I made him get off the computer. Well, I told him you got to go to bed because I'm sitting there tired, right? And I'm trying to go back to bed. So I'm like, you got to get off the computer. You need to go to bed. And then, okay. I'm like, you need to get off the computer. You need to go to bed. And then I look over. I kind of fall asleep. And then I look over about 5 or 10 minutes later. I wake up a little bit. And I can't even see him. All I see is the blanket, so I figured he got up in his bed. So then I get up and look on his bed, and he's not there. He's actually like cuddled in his. He has this same gaming chair, and he's like passed out. But he has his headphones on, so I don't know. I don't know if he was faking like he was sleeping or not, because his mom had just come in the room. So he might have been faking like he was sleeping. But anyways, I took his headphones off. And so if he was faking, it was over because he couldn't listen to his show anymore. and so he kind of acts like he's waking up or woke up, one of the two. And I was like, yeah, you need to go in your bed, not the chair. And then I'm like, had to repeat myself because this boy will never do anything when you only tell him once. So had to repeat myself once or twice. And then he's like, Dad, it's already morning. And I'm like, yeah, and you haven't gone to bed. So I make him get up in his bed, and then I lay down and, obviously stay awake to make sure that he's going to go to bed. And after about, I'd say 20 seconds, I think he was out within like 20 seconds of hitting his bed. Anyways, but then I'm supposed to take him to the bike park, and I was going to take him early because it was going to be such a hot day. Well, now he's gone to bed at 6 a.m. and I gotta let him sleep, so we're not going early. But anyways, yeah, that was I'm like, I woke up at 6 a.m. and I'm like, what? That's the first time I think he's ever stayed up all night. I used to do that when I was a kid, but I'm pretty sure I was much older. New theory, Grok is to try to get people to think AI is cool, and it's not. Yeah, when you said I should go ask Grok, I was gonna say I don't really want to go talk to any AI. I think Grok is to get the conservatives and right-leaning folks to start interacting with AI more than they do. I actually agree with your theory there. I think a lot of left-leaning folks were already on board with AI, so they don't really need convincing. But conservative folks are much more against it, and I think they're trying to use Grok to appeal to those people. The only thing I've ever used AI for is like to try to get like thumbnail pictures, basically. I've made AI Fortnite thumbnail pictures before. And for the stuff like that, I really do think it's pretty cool. But as far as like, I mean, we really are gonna come face to face with the inevitability of the AI far surpassing human knowledge, and then having to deal with whatever that ends up becoming. And that's going to happen. I think I'm gonna even be alive for it, which is kind of crazy. Because I don't think if you would have told me that when I was a kid, I would have believed it. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy. I don't know. I try not to get too deep into these kinds of conversations because, well, we all, even like someone like you, Defo, who I probably agree with like on 90% of the stuff, there's going to be 10% that if I told you all my views, you'd be like, oh, you're wrong. And it's like, I'm just trying to keep this around video games so that we all have something to connect on, basically. All of us who like these kinds of games, right? And keep that kind of in the background. Although, like I said, I'm not against talking about it, but I just don't, I don't want to. Probably not why I'm playing. I'd have to. Every time I say this, you tell me I shouldn't do it because you've done it before, Defo. But I really should maybe make another channel where if people wanted to come hang out and talk about more taboo or more argumentative subjects, we could. My son is over here making the dog go crazy. No, I'm not saying don't talk about it. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. We're good talking about it. I'm just saying that the reason that I don't sometimes get deeper into these conversations is just because I'm not trying to. I'd alienate myself from probably 90% of the audience, because you guys aren't gonna. Even if we do think alike, you're not gonna think exactly like I do. I'm not gonna think exactly like you do. And then that's besides the fact that there's probably some kind of 50-50, 60-40, 75-25 general split or something of probably closer to 50-50 of what everyone in here thinks. It's probably a good half and half of what we generally think. Let's see, literally everything about it. Well, I mean, Justin, I'm pretty sure there literally is a Skynet. There, like, I looked this up before. There really is literally a Skynet. Yeah, right here. There literally is one from the NSA. So, I mean, not only figuratively and metaphorically is there going to be one, but there actually literally is one too. Yeah, so that's not so far-fetched, because even beyond the figurative and metaphorical idea of there being one, there actually is one, and it actually pretty much is exactly what it was in the movie. It's pretty crazy, huh? Oh, it's okay, Joseph. Obviously, for a game like Fortnite, I was trying to make a Fortnite character that looked like me for my thumbnail. And that's exactly what I did. But, you know, Fortnited myself, you know. Yep, that's the only thing I've ever really used it for. I really just like being alone. Oh my god, that sucks, dude. Only good for a day. New theory. Hey, I'm a 36th at a night owl. Hey, I'm 36. That's a night owl. Correct Kaiser Elon's all that. Everything he does. The media tries to say that he's based. Yeah, I mean, I'm still weary of. I've never got on the train on him. Like, yeah, you can't be doing all of this stuff and expect me to just hop on board. Again, I would go to exactly what I said. They have to really try to get conservatives on board, and then I think you know, well, most tech people are left, and so they already have. I don't want to make assumptions, but they already have more of them on board than they do conservatives. I'll say it that way. That would be a safe way to say it. Sorry, I don't like AI art. Everyone jokes, but I believe AI will eventually become. Yep. I hate literally everything about it. Sorry, it does affect video games. I swear that new Superman movie is just AI. There's going to be an AI video games. Yeah. They'll start making movies with it, and they won't have to. They won't have to spend $300,000 to make a movie, but this is going to be taken wrong. But with how bad movies are nowadays, maybe we'll get some better movies. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Yep, I went there. Yeah, it's really a good choice. What's up, Graveyard Shift, by the way? Yeah, it's really sad that people are so tribalistic nowadays. They just want echo chambers, Starlink. Better memorize the wind currents. There's a map of high likely nuclear turns around and probably would go by rate. Yeah, yep. How about the magnetic pole flip? Let's discuss that. Yep, I've heard of that, of the idea that that's going to happen. I'm actually pretty big on that. Maybe not that necessarily, but I've said to you guys on stream before that I believe that whenever you can call it God, you can call it Mother Nature, whatever you want to, however you want to describe it, whenever it wants to shrug people off of the earth, it'll do so. 3 million, you mean? I'm not sure what 3 million you mean we're talking about because I'm so behind on the chat. I'm sorry, Defo. No, dude, here's the thing. CGI. Oh, 300 million. Oh, the movies, yeah. Here's the thing. CGI costs a lot of money. AI will do it for free. The movies aren't going to cost less. It'll all be money. The rotation slowed down. All G clock's off right now. Interesting. You think it's happening right now? Suspicious Observer's great YouTube channel. Right on. I'll write it down and check it out because I'm probably gonna run out of content that I watch pretty soon, and I'll need some more stuff while I'm working. I bet I've already seen their stuff. YouTube. Yo, guys, my brother, on his channel where he makes the knives, he has hit super chat status, so he can get super chats and stuff like that now, which is really cool. And then he'll be pretty quickly here, he'll be fully monetized on YouTube, which is going to be kind of awesome. I did not hear that. That's crazy, Defo. You hear all Pennsylvania can. So how about them Spurs? This is funny. Familiar with Red Letter? I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that or not. Defo, speaking of like how people want the echo chambers, that's one of the reasons, even though I usually do always have a side in the debates that I watch, and I usually never change my mind by the end of it. That is one reason why I do like watching debates. It's because I like to see people actually hash through these ideas and see what comes out the other end of it. But I'm just as rigid as anyone else, though, because like I said, by the end of the debates, I wouldn't say anyone's ever changed my mind, and there's a good chance, let's be honest, that the debates that I've watched before probably should have had my mind changed a couple times. So I think I'm just as rigid, but I do enjoy hearing opposing arguments of things. Oh, making fun of bad movies. When I was a kid, you know, it was Masterpiece Theater 3000, right? Hold on, the boy's calling for me. He needs help. Yeah, Mystery Science Theater 3000. That was great, dude. Even when I was a kid and I shouldn't have liked that show because I didn't really understand it 100%, I still liked it. It was great. That's like actually one of the first shows that was probably way above my level of understanding of like what all the jokes and stuff were being said. That I was kind of that I really liked and got interested in. Because, you know, usually, even, you know, as a kid, you watch movies and then you watch them as an adult and you're like, oh man, I missed that, I missed that, I missed that. Like, there's so much in this that I didn't realize was in this, or like they were insinuating or whatever. I'm very objective. If someone provides evidence, I'll research it and change my mind. That's why Corbett is the best. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Best of the Worst is always my go-to after I've watched my daily subs. Okay. Skyrim was awesome, Red Harlow. I had a blast playing it, and I bought the Anniversary Edition add-on, so I will be playing Skyrim again someday. I'll be playing again as a different character, probably. There's a good chance you'll love Red Letter. There's a good chance that I already watched it and I don't even know I already watched it. Or I see it on other stuff that I watch. Because a lot of stuff that I do watch is like, I watch people who combine all of it together and show it. It saves me a lot of time. Because I wouldn't be able to keep up on kind of current events and stuff at all if it wasn't for people who kind of consolidate that type of information already. And I know that means that I'm at their whim, but again, I wouldn't know about it at all if it wasn't for them, because I just I'm too busy working. If I'm not, basically during the day I'm working, cleaning, and then streaming, and that's every single day of my life. What do you think of Sky? And taking care of that boy right there. Also colliding with him constantly as he comes into, hopefully, manhood. You got a little ranch on your lip. I love you. You're funny. Excited for that. Loved your videos. Oh, right on. Yep, it'll happen again someday. I'm gonna give it some time so I really enjoy it again the second time. I'm also probably gonna try to play it a little differently. I don't know, maybe I'll try to, because last time I was like, I just did all the missions, which made me kind of a good and a bad guy. Maybe I'll try to go through the game being a little bit more of a good guy, even though you're kind of gotta do whatever to do the main storyline. We'll see. They did a mini episode for PlayStation Underground for the PS1. They ripped on a bunch of PS1 commercials. Oh, right on. Corbett, I effing love Corbett. He just got back on YT, but I've followed him for 10 years. Yeah, I used to watch quite a bit of him when he was on YT, and I haven't watched him very much since then. Again, I see his stuff when other people kind of put it into like their bigger stuff. I'd watch a Fallout New Vegas stream if you did one. Right on. I think a lot of people kind of feel that way. Fallout New Vegas. Would you watch a Fallout, all of the Fallouts in order stream? Fallout fans should read Cormac McCarthy's The Road. Great post. Hit the fan. Short story. A movie exists but haven't seen it. Okay. Yeah, I've watched Loose Change like 2 or 3 times. Um, Watched it pretty much right away when it dropped. It actually kind of bugged me because they kept like renewing that documentary, and then you couldn't, and then it was harder to find like the original. If I would have known how hard it would be to find the original of so much stuff that I've watched, I would have probably tried to collect it. But man, when YT and Giggle went in on trying to really scrub kind of conspiracy type stuff, they did a good damn job. Unfortunately. And now whenever you find that stuff, it's on. I mean, I don't care at all. I'll go over to BitChute, Rumble, wherever, and watch stuff like that still. Especially if I want to watch something that I watched a long time ago again. But I think a lot of people won't go on that stuff because they just see it as like almost like taboo stuff, which is kind of weird because if you think about it, when we originally started watching YouTube and they had all that type of stuff on there, that was taboo. The only reason that I watch him. The only reason that we don't see it as taboo now is because it got so big. That it feels so normal now that we don't even think about that it was kind of way out there when we first found all that type of stuff, if you were someone who watched that type of stuff, which I was. Yes, I bought Fallout 4 on stream on sale, but haven't played it yet. Oh, nice. Stefan Molyneux. Yep, I've watched him quite a bit. I like when I've watched some of his call-in shows, and they're pretty good. He seems to have a good grasp on things. I've also I don't remember everything, but I've heard his whole story because I'm pretty sure we're talking about the same person, and he's talked about his life, and he's had a pretty rough life. No, not you, buddy. Your life has never been very rough, buddy. your life. What's rough about your life is not comparable to what's rough in most people's lives. Thank God, by the way. That's a good thing. But no, you've never had it really hard. I had to go to school, and then I had to play my games, and then I raged at my games. Man, it was a hard day, dude. It was a hard day. My dad didn't make me food in the first 5 minutes after I asked him. It took 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes before he got me my lunch. Oh, no. Actually, no, scratch that. He didn't get me lunch. He took a whole hour after I asked him. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, guys. I love you. You're great, buddy. Don't worry, every kid thinks he had a tough life. Every single kid. Okay, we're not gonna choke Dad out on stream today.
Yes, we are.
Oh, hey, that's my bubblegum. Enjoy it for the 2 minutes that it has flavor. You know what I'm talking about. You said, I'll come over there again. I keep hitting the screenshot button. Okay, I'm playing now, buddy. Go watch your stuff. Hey, that's not cool. The best thing about Corbett is everything he's ever done is on his website, and you can download it for free. Nice, nice, nice. There's a guy that I watch like that. That actually does have like a ton of the stuff that got wiped by Giggle and YT, and I've thought about getting it before, but I don't know if I ever do get it. I want to share it again on like probably like BitChute or Rumble. And if I do that, I'm gonna get a completely separate computer for it. I'm gonna have a computer just for doing that. No. Okay, good. Hey! Dude! Go get it. There's another piece. Get it. Get the pieces. Get the pieces. It's not a game, dude. Why? Where are the pieces? There's 2 pieces. Where are they? I have to do what my son should be doing. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be back. Anybody else's kid take accountability for absolutely nothing? Like the dog just got to his food that he should have had his plate and cup in the kitchen when he got done. Like, you get done with your food, you have 2 dogs, you know they're gonna come eat it. Take your plate in the kitchen. And then he's like, dogs always get me in trouble. Where is the accountability in this new generation of kids? Big peaceful parenting advocate. Yeah, definitely. I try my best. Just no. I'm pretty strict, but No, I'm pretty strict in that, like, when I, if the control starts getting lost, I'm gonna get it back. Um, but he like I don't know. Parenting today is like, I mean, of course I'm gonna say this because I am a parent today, but I just don't see it as being as hard as it was for our parents. Um, it, I, no, I'm talking right now, because like when we were children, there was like we just got the internet, barely knew how to use it. Nowadays, like if you let your kid watch YouTube for 10 minutes, there's an algorithm that's already figured out how to corrupt him in that 10 minutes. like, like, like you're like up against that, and that's pretty difficult to navigate. I told my son, even though I mean he's progressively gotten to do more and more things that I really don't even want him doing. And I told him recently, I think I've told you guys on stream probably 3 streams in a row now, that I'm honestly considering putting parental controls on every single device that we have, to try to like reel this all in. You don't need to be. You can go on. You can go watch this. Well, actually, that looks all right. But go watch the stuff that I don't want you watching while you still have it.
Grandma's ain't gonna have parental control.
Yeah, I will if I go put it on there. I'll go to Grandma's and put it on her stuff. She'll let me. That's my mom, bro. That's your grandma. I love having arguments with my son while I'm on stream. Yeah, so anyways. Let's see. But yes, I mean, I'm peaceful, but you know, basically the extent of how bad I get is I've told you 6 times and now I'm going to yell. That's how it goes around here. Same with his mom. It's like I've told you 100 times. Now the voice gets raised, and then he's like, "Why are you raising your voice at me? Oh my God!" It's like, because I've asked you to do the same thing about 30,000 times, you won't do it. It's amazing. It's crazy that we're raising our voice. Let's see. The best thing about is that everything is done. If you want to tickle your consistent, a documentary named Gashole about a man who created a water-powered carburetor and went missing. Yeah, wasn't that guy in like Africa or something? It like expelled water supposedly. I just say supposedly, but I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying I never saw it. I think there was videos of it, but I don't think I ever watched the videos. And then is the video legit would be my next question. But I don't think it's impossible. I don't really know. I don't know enough about that stuff to know if it's actually possible or not. One thing, this is gonna, I don't know how people feel about this, but one thing that I've learned as I got older, or at least I think I've learned as I got older, is that I feel like a lot of the kind of like rabbit hole stuff that I went through as a kid was purposely placed there. And so I always think about that when I watch stuff like that now. I think like, is this purposely placed here to make me have the rebellious reaction to what I'm watching? Or is this actually legit, you know? And that's, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I feel that way about, I don't know, at least a handful of things where it's like, I think they were just trying to lead me this way, and this actually isn't legit. No. Whatever you're about to do, it involves like standing on everything. Let's not do it. You're just putting your foot on the ottoman. Okay, I'll give it 5 more minutes. I'll just keep an eye on you. We'll see what you're doing. You're the biggest liar. Biggest liar I've ever met. I'm just kidding. You're not the biggest liar I've ever met, but you were definitely fibbing right there. You're not messing with me. I'm streaming. Okay, good. It's crazy how some people turn a rough start around and most don't. Secret, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's easy to give up. There's been plenty of times in my life where I could have ended up where I had to make the choice of either to give up or keep trying. Like to the point where I could have like possibly like ended up either like addicted or homeless or something. I mean, I do feel like I've had those moments where I could have just chose the other route of like not even participating, if you will. I'm glad I didn't choose that route because it doesn't go good from what I can tell most of the time. Secret Life of Timothy is a good Corbett movie. Same with Why Big Oil Conquered the World and How Big Oil Conquered. Right? Saw it. Great stuff. Still dodging the kids. Yeah, I have listened to everything he's done and some of his stuff hundreds of times. Kid at adults on TV in public. So do they have no accountability? Right? When I was 10, I saw they had no in authority figures. Had none. We can't expect children to be better than us. Yeah, but I do have accountability. So I don't know why my son doesn't see the example that dad sets. But that's okay. He actually does see it. To be honest with you, my son's a pretty decent kid. I joke a lot, especially when he's around. And I wish he was around right now to hear me say this. But I've said it to him before that he's actually a really good kid. For all the crap that could be ruining my son's mind, he's doing pretty damn good. Hey, I just said that in reality you're actually a pretty dang good kid. Just want you to know that I said that. And I do mean it. But it's my job to give him like a hard time constantly, you know? That's my job. Especially we're kind of a poke each other type of family. If we're not poking, then there's a problem. If you actually don't want her to destroy that, then you need to get it. And then you need to go put it in your room. Do you want her to not destroy it? Okay. Well, either you are gonna let her destroy it or you're not. Okay, well, you just said you're gonna let her destroy it, so now I'm not gonna help you get it. Alright. The puppy's got like one of my son's like soft balls. Like it's not a softball. It's like a foam ball. And she's obviously going to destroy it in like 2 seconds. It'll be all over the place. Let's see. Yeah, it sounds great in theory, but putting it in practice is probably rough these days. We tell our kids not to lie, cheat, steal, etc., and then the poor kids go into the world. Yeah, yep. But I mean, the truth is that everything we teach them is still what is legit. It's unfortunately they go into a world where people don't know how to follow rules, right? That's the problem. She'd probably be more strict with parental controls. Pre-internet times, gotta miss the 90s. However, having the largest how-to encyclopedia in your pocket is pretty rad. Yeah, except that I had an encyclopedia. I actually had an encyclopedia. No, I agree. It is, it's a catch-22. It's, as good as it can be is as bad as it can be. I remember when I was a kid and watched South Park late at night, they had it uncensored at night. Yeah, right? Well, I lived in Colorado, so when South Park came out, it was a big deal. I knew it was coming out way before it even came out. My brothers had told me about it, and they're like, South Park's in Colorado, blah, 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 which isn't even a big deal. It, has nothing really to do with the show, except that it's, some random place that they picked. I think it's just because they lived in Colorado or something like that. But anyways, it was big. It was big in Colorado, obviously. Oh man, Tosh.0. The name I really remember, but I don't really remember the videos. I remember when I was a kid and watched Take conspiracies with a grain of salt. Early YT was the Wild West legit content, in my opinion. Now seems like there's more corporate algorithm slop. Yes. Yes, I mean, even if it wasn't actually legit content, it was people thinking that they were legit, right? At the very least, you gotta give it that. I think the people who are making these videos, which I agree, in the Wild West of YouTube, they at least thought, at the very least, that they were, anyways, they thought that they were right, or they maybe even had things to support themselves. And yeah, I do feel like now the main message you get is almost always the wrong one. It's clear they're pushing agendas for sure. Writing's on the wall as far as I'm concerned. Tosh.0 got a lot of views taken down too. Me and the bros show love by ripping on each other. I have a feeling I do the same with my kids. You're a great kid, but you could do better. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm all caught up on chat. Alright, so... oh man. I can't do it. I told myself that when my plug came up in my chat, I was gonna plug myself, and now that it came up, I'm choking, because I'm like, oh man, are you really gonna try to grift? The truth is, yes, I should. I need to. But it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so not in my nature. Maybe I'll bring myself to do it eventually, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna have to just do it, even though it feels weird. And that's gonna be really hard to get myself to do. To be honest. here we go. I'll do it. I'll do it. You ready? Yeah. Per my message, if you guys would like to help me out, that's how you can do it. There. That's as good as it's gonna get right now. I'm gonna have to practice the grift. It's so hard to do. My brother hates doing it too. He has his YouTube channel and he hates doing it too. But you can tell that he's really trying to like do it. He'll be like, "Oh, you know, leave a thumbs up, guys." And I'm like, and I listen to him do it, and I'm like, "Oh, I know how bad he hates doing that," but he got himself to do it anyways. And it's like, you really do kind of have to do that to a certain extent. It helps, but it's so hard to do. It's so not me. I laugh when my brother does it because I know it's so not him too. But I'm glad he does it. I'm glad that he was able to overcome the like kind of stigma of thinking about doing it in general. Defo, that's not fair. You're the one who always does it. I feel guilty. You don't have to do that. But speaking of trying to put myself in a better financial position, I finally started a Coinbase account about a week ago. About a week ago. It was going constantly down on everything that I bought until yesterday, and then it started going up, and I'm plus now. I have a little. I've made a little bit of money, basically enough to cover the trades in the first place, so I'm still even. But it was throwaway money. I designated basically $100. I thought about it like this. Sometimes I don't really do this anymore, but I used to go to the casinos, and when I went to the casinos, I'd take $100 or $2, and that was my money to lose, you know. And once I lost it, I'd go home, and sometimes I made money. I kind of viewed it like that. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna, with the expectation that I'm gonna lose this, or if I lose it, it doesn't matter. And I put $100 in, and so maybe something will come of that. We'll see. And then Defo's beating me to it. And then, so with the crypto, I kind of did. Mom's trying to sleep. Can we stop now? Could we call it? Can we call an end to this? Thank you. I'm so rude because I'm asking you to quit running back and forth and making the dog crazy and let your mom fall asleep in peace and quiet. I'm so rude. There is someone who's rude here, but it's not me. Okay, so anyways, I got Coinbase, right? And did a couple cryptos. And then I'm also on my next check here, because I'm trying to only put in any kind of money that well, at least especially with the crypto stuff, any money that I'm only totally willing to lose, basically. But I am going to start myself a Robinhood on my next check, and I'm gonna buy the companies that rule the world, basically, because they're not going anywhere. And so I'm gonna start myself a little bit of a stock fund. I'm not excited about it. It's also it's very similar to the grift, trying to grift on YouTube, to where it's like it's not me. But I gotta start doing something to put myself in better positions than where I'm at right now. I do have very, very small retirement. But since I worked for myself for 20 years doing tile, I don't have what most people's retirement is, because I wasn't putting into like, when I worked for myself, I was a struggling business. I wasn't putting into anything for myself, unfortunately. But now that I work for the school, I am getting some retirement built up, but about at least 10 years late. Oh God, man, don't make me sick to my stomach. I might end up doing that defo, and I'm never going to be able to live with myself ever again. Can you imagine? How do people... I don't know. I might end up doing it, man. It's kind of not what I want to do. Hey, you guys, no. It's sad that you gotta... You know, I wouldn't support these companies any other way. But I will put money into their stocks. That's kind of the hurdle that I have to get over if I'm going to invest in my future. And my wife has invested a lot in our future, and I'm starting to feel quite guilty about like the fact that I might end up living off of my wife. And I want to have something for us as well when we get there. Because like I'm not even, as far as like driving a bus for the school, I'm not even full time. So even the money that I am saving up, because I have a retirement there, it's still part-time money, you know? So I will probably also at some point, I will start a 401k that I will start putting like something a month in to try to kind of like really diversify it. Which is always kind of a catch-22 as well, because if you put it all in one place and it makes money, then you make a lot more. But if you put it all in one place and you lose it, then you lose everything. So, you know, I know they tell you to diversify, but that doesn't, you know, especially in today's generation, we see people hit it big off one thing, you know. But I'm gonna go with the idea that I'm not smart enough to know what that one thing's gonna be, so I'm just gonna diversify. Dude, in the last week, Bitcoin has gone from 100,000 to 112,000. $12,000 in a week. I don't own any Bitcoin. Well, I own $3 that I got for doing my first trade on Coinbase, but I haven't actually bought any of it. But then then it's like if you do buy it, so let's say you put in like $100, you get 0.0008 of a Bitcoin, right? So like what's that? One millionth or something? 1/100,000th of a bit, 1/100,000th, right? I think so. So then it goes up 12,000 and you made like $5. so, so it's like, should I even invest in that? But then you think about like where it's destined to go, and there's a lot of people who are saying like this is that the bottom when it's all said and done is going to be 200, and that's 100% profit. 100 to 200, and then there's people who, and that's the low end of their predictions for it. The high end of their predictions for it is like $1 million or $2 million. So it's, I don't know. It's like, do I start investing in it this late in the game or not? So I haven't really decided about if I'm going to invest in Bitcoin. I did more of like risky stuff where like if this hits, I'm going to make a lot of money. Again, with the expectation that I'm basically throwing this away like gambling. But if it hits, I'm good, Like I'll be like I bought some stuff where I spent like very, very little money, and I have like a ton of it, and the chances that it's ever gonna go up and make me that money is probably like next to zero. But if it ever happens, like I have some that if they go to $1, I'll make a ton of money. But it probably won't ever happen. So again, just a gamble. That's why I'm gonna go into the stocks and as far as stocks, like I said, I'm gonna invest in like, the stuff that makes the money. Apple, Microsoft. Defo says Raytheon. He's right. You're right. I mean, he's right. That's always gonna make money. And they have investors who they have to satisfy and blah blah blah. So they're always gonna trend upward over time. And then and then a little 401k, and we'll see what I can get together to try to help the wife out by the time we get to retirement. And then I'll be like the old grandpa gamer, obviously, and I got that going, and that's gonna hit huge, Just kidding. It's a fun ride. I enjoy my life. It's pretty fun. Scared to death about all the projects I'm about to start taking on the house when the wife and the kid go to my mom's house. Because I get analysis paralysis with stuff, and there's so much work to do. I'm pretty scared. I'm gonna be fine though. I just gotta quit looking at the huge picture and start thinking about it as like each step. That's my problem, is I'll start thinking about like the next step, and then I'll think about like the next 10 steps, and then I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, I don't really trust it either. That's why it's literally a gamble for me. I'm just with the expectation that if I lose it, it's not it is what it is. Invest in AI. There actually is. There's not an AI. I saw something I really wanted to invest in a little while back, and I couldn't. I need to find it again. It was a mobile app company that was like really, 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 really big. And I wanted to invest in that. I think I'm already late to that game, but I think that's going to continue to be a very strong market into the future. I think eventually the divide between kind of making it and not making it is gonna yield a result where a lot of people's tech is only gonna be their cell phone. It's very, yeah. This is gonna. Hold on, buddy. Kind of sound crazy, but I think I see a future where you either are or aren't going to be able to afford a laptop. Like, I know that sounds really grim, but and at that point, I think we're going to see even more of an explosion in mobile gaming. Yeah, there's no cheap property where I live. That ship is sailed. Although expensive properties probably still a good investment, unless we have a complete collapse. That's another thing that's scary. Obviously, is that we've been riding on fumes for a very long time, and basically the only reason we don't collapse is because they constantly save us, right? They constantly, like us, they constantly save themselves. I hate even including myself in like stuff like that. It's like, listen, I'm just a victim's not the right word, but kind of is what we are. Is like we're all at the whim of these games that these people play, you know? Most of us. I don't know. I don't. Maybe online here, one of you who watches is in the game, but it's like George. It's like George Carlin's skit where he's like, "It's a big club and you're not in it," right? Like, that's basically how it feels. Basically anyone that's you should invest in. Yeah, I really need to start saving because I want to retire yesterday. Right, buy cheap property, it's going fast. Yeah, Graveyard, I want to buy land in Morocco. I have family there. Oh, I have never really thought about that. I've never... See, sometimes I think so inside the box. Sometimes I think so inside the box. Like, when you say buy cheap property, my mind does not think like other countries, other places. My mind always thinks like nearby. And that is probably a flaw that I think that way. I want to buy land in Morocco. I have family there. I want to give my father-in-law like 10 grand to buy some farmland. Oh, right on. That'd be awesome, defo. My mom... Sorry, guys. My mom has loaned me and my wife money, like when we had to like have a septic system put in on this house. Pretty much like right when we got in, we found out that the septic system needed to be done. Anyways, my point is I want to give my mom, because the Bank of Mom has no interest, right? and we're almost paid off on the Bank of Mom. And then I kind of want to give her some more, like as if she was really the Bank of Mom, and get some interest, because I think she deserves it for helping us out for so long. My wife is the breadwinner, so she pretty much, well, no, I don't even know that I should claim that I've probably paid my mom a little bit of money, but it's probably been from like our taxes and stuff, which even then is probably mostly my wife's money. So anyways, my wife has paid off our debt to my mom, and but I personally want to pay her some stuff on top of it as like a thank you for all the help she's given us. So I think it's probably like only a couple months till my wife has her completely paid, and then I'm gonna try to maybe like give her one of my checks or something as like extra for like all the help she's given us. She's helped us out a lot. And she's about to help us out again, because like I said, we're gonna I think maybe coming Monday, my wife and my son are gonna go over there and stay there for the next month while I work on the house, so that I don't have to move stuff every single day to work and then move it back to live. When my wife and my son go to my mom's house, I'm just gonna start tearing stuff apart, and then when I'm done for the night, I'll probably stream with you guys, and I'll just fall asleep on a mattress wherever I have a mattress at in the house at that time, and then I'll wake up and keep going, and I won't have to move stuff, work, move stuff back, live. Move stuff, work, move stuff back, live. I'll just be able to just work, which is going to be awesome, and hopefully I get a lot done. But we only got a month before school starts, so it's crunch time on the house. No way I'm going to get everything done, but hopefully I get a ton of stuff done. Let's see here. Buy cheap property that's going fast. Yeah, graveyard I want to buy. 10,000. Our 401ks totally trustworthy. They're probably more trustworthy than most other things. Yes, especially a Roth. In my opinion. Diversify only works if you have lots of money. Yeah, that's basically what I was just saying, right? It's a catch-22. But is it safer to make a little bit of money and not lose everything? Or is it safer to try to make big money and risk losing everything? I saw my dad, when he retired from... My dad was a Marine, okay? So, first of all, I don't know if I've ever shared this story with you guys. It's kind of long and kind of personal, I guess, but I'll share it with you. My dad, I think I've talked about it a little. My dad was really, really smart. Like he was a Mensa member. And like when he passed away, I actually found they like sent him a thing like Mensa did when he became a member. And I actually found it, and I was like, wow. Like, because I had heard that he was, but I had never seen anything that, like, showed that he was. And I was like, holy crap, like, he really, really was. And it had, like, I think it even had, like, scores on it and stuff, if I remember right. But it's been a while. He passed a long time ago, so it's been a long time since I saw that. But anyways, But the Vietnam War was going on, and my dad went to Vietnam, and then when he came back, you know, the Army and the Marines and all those, they recommend that they tell soldiers a lot of times, like, go get some kind of government job, like post office or something like that. Like, a lot of times that's recommended to those guys, or at least it was at the time when my dad got out. So anyways, pretty sure that's why my dad went to the post office. And so he was a mail carrier for a really long time, and then he retired, and when he retired he tried messing around with the stock market, but I think he felt a lot of pressure, and I guess I'm kind of in the same place, but my dad was older than me, and I have a lot of time still, even though I've wasted a lot of time too, in my opinion. I do still have a lot of time. Anyways, my dad, I think, lost a lot of his retirement because he was trying to kind of play the stock market instead of like buy and leave and just, you know, watch it appreciate. And it didn't go as well as he had wanted. And what's my point here? What's my point? Anyways, it was rough. Where was I? I don't know. I kind of lost my point. Maybe I can find it if I go back up here. Oh yeah. So the whole diversify thing. So is it? I'm very hesitant to try to like risk it all in one thing or anything like that, because I don't want to end up like that where I like lose it being stupid. But the good news for me is I don't even have the kind of money my dad had to lose. So I've never even been in a position where there's a lot to lose, to be honest with you. And I think that in that way it actually benefits me, because if there's nothing to lose, there's nothing to lose. Only way is up. Whereas my dad had something to lose and did lose it, so there was a lot of way down to go. Anyways, yeah, so I'm really scared about trying to hit one thing rather than diversify. I'd rather take a little bit than hit big. Yeah, there's a good chance that they may not ever allow it, or that they even try to take it over. But here's the thing, I think that if they take it over, I think that they'll use it as like the digital currency, or they'll implement it into the digital currency. And I think that if they do that, they're just gonna call it a wash, and they're gonna let everyone have what they have. I honestly, because when they go to the digital currency, Defo, they gotta, it has to be a smooth transition, man. You know, if it causes like uprisings, I think that'd be a big deal for them to have to deal with. So I don't really see them trying to take everything from everyone. If they did import digital currencies into like cryptos and like put it all into one thing, I see them more as like just like washing their hands of it and like putting it all together, and like letting the chips fall where they already have, basically. They already have seen so many millionaires that would have never been millionaires, and it's already happened. I don't see much of a reason for them to put up a fight on that anymore, because most of what was going to happen has already happened. But I could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong. Only works if you have a lot. Corbett's Bitcoin is a psyop, so we were mostly Gen XZ here. Anyone believe we'll get the Social Security we've been paying into? I don't know. I hope so, because I did pay into that when I did Tile for 20 years. So it would be really nice to get that. Let's see here. Sorry guys, it's actually kind of difficult to play and not die and continue the conversation, but I'm enjoying the conversation, right? So... But I keep having, like right now I'm actually at risk of dying right here. Let's see. I think I'm technically a millennial, but I don't know. Or no, I might be Gen X, I think. So I was 1984, so I'm right on that overlap where there's controversy about whether or not you're a millennial or a Generation X. Anyways, so I'm lost in the fold on that too. Anyways, oh, I'm so far behind in chat. Let me try to catch up before I keep playing here, so I don't fall so far behind that I can't catch up. I trust him more than anyone else besides my wife. Right on, Defo. We'll never get Social Security. I don't trust crypto. I know the second ID buy-in, the bottom would drop out. The second I'd buy in, see, I'm very similar to that Graveyard. I'm always like, oh, the second I get into this is when it's all gonna go wrong. And then, but I've also, I'm sure you felt this, I've also watched these opportunities come and go by me. And it's like, how long am I gonna sit back? Especially when I have like a little bit of throwaway money. Like, because every check I probably have maybe about $100 that I could put somewhere. Whether it be... No, that's not... You please... Okay. Dude, you can't have these conversations with your kid in the background because give it to me, Dad. Like, no, you don't really understand the conversation that's going on here. Because we're talking about saving money for retirement. So that when you're old and you don't work, you have money to live. Like grandma, she doesn't work, but she has to have money to live. And if she didn't have retirement, she wouldn't be able to live. He rolls his eyes at me like he's like, don't worry, Dad, I'll just put you in a home. You're good. Like, don't roll your eyes at me, boy. Like a computer maybe, or a computer setup, or a desk, or a gaming chair, or what about a tablet, or maybe a cell phone, or what about a bicycle? Maybe a bicycle. Oh wait, maybe taking you swimming? Wait, no, wait, going to the bike park? Eating McDonald's? What else would you like? Maybe I could get you a Bentley. Would you like a Bentley? Electric scooter. Electric scooter, okay. Why don't you use some of that money on me? What do you... Maybe like feeding you breakfast? We don't have a bunch of money. That's not what I said. You're not listening. You're not listening. So anyways, but like that I could put somewhere like a 401k or invest in some stocks or some crypto, and I should definitely be doing that. And I've been late to the race so many times, and maybe I am again late to the race, I don't know. But what I do know is that if I just keep watching and saying that, like thinking to myself that like it can't work for me, then I'm never gonna be there if the opportunity is ever presented. No, that was the dog. And it smells bad. But like, I'm pretty sure he has to go out and go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. The dog has to go to the bathroom, and then I'll catch up and chat. I apologize, but he just farted and it's terrible. I'll be right back, guys. The whole idea that it's safe by blockchain is ridiculous. The powers that be would never allow that. I like Graveyard Knows. James Corbett, you're a good person. Right on. But honestly, keeping my money in dollars is as risky as crypto. Thankfully, got a house 20 years ago. Yeah, that's the same position that I'm in, is like, I think I've already told the story, so I'll just keep it really short. But basically, we own the house that we live in here, but we got this house right when the market was, well, I mean, the market's still crazy, but we had bought a house, and then we got a lot of equity out of it, and then we bought this house. And it was just like really fortunate timing of the way the market was going at the time, because it wasn't just going up, it was going up really, really fast. So yeah, we got pretty lucky with this. And I have put a lot of investment into this house in the form of like fruit trees. Right now I have like the most amazing raspberries growing outside. Like, I'm hoping that my son will keep this house, and if he wants to, he can live here. But either way, I hope that he keeps it, and if he doesn't want to live here, he can rent it out. But I'm trying to set it up for him to live here. Like, with all the renovations that I'm doing, I'm trying to do them in like the best I can. It's a 100-year-old house, so fixing up a 100-year-old house is hard, but I'm trying to do the best I can to make it stand up for another 100 years. And then I've planted fruit trees, all kinds of food on the property. This house, even though not all of it's producing right now, if it did all produce, there'd be a ton of food during summer at least. We have currants outside right now growing. I got raspberries growing. We got strawberries. I got plums. And that's just the stuff that's growing. I got a ton of other stuff. Well, I mean, everything's growing, but I got a ton of other stuff that isn't old enough to fruit yet, or just hasn't fruited yet. Every year I invest in a little more. Like this year I got 2 cherry trees. I actually have it so filled up with trees that I really can't add anymore. I have to stop buying trees, so now I'm going down to bushes, and I'm hoping to get to like a permaculture type thing with everything by the end of it. But it's that's where I'm hoping to head to with it. But I'm hoping that it will sustain me and my wife, and then if my son wants it, he can have it as well. And we'll see what happens with that, but that'll be probably be up to him, but I hope that he keeps it. Kaiser's a good dude too. Thankfully got a house 20 years ago. Physical silver was a great thing to buy. Yeah, I do have some physical silver. That was one of the first things I started investing in when I was younger. It paid for me getting married and living in Morocco for a year. Yeah, it's going to be used to make everything. Single piece of media will consume, and media is what we consume the most of. They want everyone on Earth to have technology. They want everyone on Earth to have a smartphone. Yes, I think they think that would they need that if they're gonna get to some of their plans, like some of these people. Hope that's vague enough that I don't get in trouble. That's why if you're homeless, they'll straight up give you a smartphone for free. Probably. I bought in 06. Oh, nice. Oh, but that was like the really, really high rates, right? Or was that right before the really high rates? I know that whole time was very volatile, because that's about when I think my brother bought, and it was not a great time for him to buy. Housing market collapsed a little over a year later. Yeah, there we go. So you were like at the height of the prices right there. We are victims of it. Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I don't like using victims for stuff like that is because like we have a choice. Like like I could stop using my cell phone tomorrow if I really wanted to. If I really could, if I really had that kind of self-control. Um uh, it's I'm okay with the word, and at the same time, I'm not sure that it's the correct word to use. Housing market collapsed a little over a year later. We're not invited to, thankfully. Yeah, you don't get to join the country boys or whatever they're called, right? Um, yeah, dude, I'm fixing to they're trying to make it to criticize a certain that's not even a real, not even allowed to say the name. Yeah, just dropped 7 on the last year. Felt great. Nice. And it's bad because I don't even have to tell you that because we all know. Sorry, what's the bomb? Technically a low interest CC that was in her name, saving my bacon in my 30s, fixing car and home and stuff. Bank of Mom. I don't know what. Oh, Bank of Mom. Okay. I dropped 7K on Bank of Mom last year. Felt great. Oh, nice. Good job. I don't know what Bank BOM stands for. Oh, okay. I grew up in total poverty. I don't have anyone to help me out. I'm sorry, Defo. I'm glad that you made something out of it, dude. I honestly love what you do. I think I don't know. I guess the people who come through can frustrate you, but I feel like I would really like to do that job if it were me. It's right up my alley too, because you get a place to stay, and you get to work, and it's kind of unique. I like things that are kind of like that. Like, I don't know. I almost died. I remember you telling me this. I almost died, had a major head injury, and then became homeless because no one would help me out. I do remember you telling me this. I hope that one day I say, wow, it was a good idea not opening all those video games because now I'm rich. Well, I mean, I don't know about rich, but you're gonna get your money back. That's for sure. Rise to vote, sir. Imagine being able to retire off a postman's salary nowadays. Right. We're effed. Our debt is going to be so. Although I talked to my postman here the other day. He was at the gas station and I was talking with him. And actually, we got a couple post people over here. But anyways, one of them was at the gas station and I was talking with him. And it actually sounded like he got paid pretty good and they had a good retirement still. And it sounded like he got medical. But they did have a longer wait time than I remember when we were like kids, or not kids, but like it sounded like you have to be in the job longer to get the benefits than you used to have to, was basically the biggest difference that I heard. But I mean, you could just say, imagine living off any regular pay salary nowadays and making it, and it would be a true statement. so in that way, I agree, because I think like any regular wage job nowadays, like median, like the middle or whatever, is hard to make it off of nowadays, especially depending on where you are. Here in Colorado, I know it's hard. In California, I know it's hard. There's places that your money goes further, and there's places that your money doesn't go as far, right? And all the people who live in the places where your money doesn't go far, they'll move to the places where your money does go far, and then they'll vote to make it not go as far, and then that place becomes the same way. And the cycle continues, and then all the places where your money goes far, they fight to stay that way, and the battle goes on. I almost want to cry, because like you really should cry, but it's like you better just laugh. Our debt, I literally just spit. Our debt is going to be so bad that they have to move the digital currency also. It's their ultimate goal. Yeah, they're definitely trying. I mean, it's happening. It's gonna happen probably. Anyways, how about the weather today? Whoosh. On the positive side, we can all be happy it didn't do anything. It never really existed. Yeah, good thing. I'm glad we got that solved. It was the Mandela effect. You guys all just think you knew this person and saw pictures of him, and saw that famous celebrity photo with in the booth stall. All right, I'm going too far. I'll stop right there. I paid into Social Security for 25 years. I split my head in half and couldn't work, and then they didn't give me one. I'm sorry, Defo. Damn. Jeez, man. I'm into that graveyard. 78, 86. We're talking interest rates and capital gains, youngin. You should give him $100 and then not give him anything. He will see how much groceries that'll buy. Defo says that I can give you the $100, but then you have to go buy groceries. So do you want to go do, like, I'll give you the $100 and then you have to go buy, but you don't get to buy what you want. You get to buy what we always eat.
How will I get that?
Well, I'll drive you. You'll just have to go do the shopping yourself. Well, no extra. Not a penny extra. Hold on one sec, guys. Hi, Flightless Bird. I apologize that it's taken me so long to see that you were here. We've been talking a lot. I haven't even moved on the game in quite a bit. Let me do that real quick. We're just preparing to try to kill Ultima, though, so this is kind of what the stream is tonight. It's more of a chat stream, and I am enjoying it. Hey, bird is the word. Watching these late 20-year-olds travel the world because they invested in crypto as early as possible. Meanwhile, at 40, I'm still clocking in for the man. Yeah, it's for me that doesn't even. I'm happy for those. It's hard. Oh, I can't say it. It's harder for me, the other people who are getting rich for the other things that they're doing. That's what's hard for me to watch, because it's like if you're completely willing to just throw all your morals out of the window, you could be rich. But it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. A part of me really wants to wish that they kind of get the karma that comes out of that, and then another part of me is like, I don't know. Do you just accept that that's what society is? And I don't know. It's sad, in my opinion. Okay. I'm doing a great job at keeping like right inside all these lines for the. Hopefully this. I mean, I'm gonna get tagged either way by Final Fantasy because they've hit literally every single stream on copyright. They're not striking though; they're just taking a cut. But it sucks. Just so you guys know, if you ever watch my videos in the future, there might sometimes be battles and stuff where there is no music. That's just me trying to keep my money. And I'm sorry, but it's already pennies, and then I gotta share, and then I gotta give half of the penny to someone else. It's tough, man. It's tough. It really is. Final Fantasy. At first I thought they were only tagging some of them, and I thought it was only the main title screen to the game. But then I started paying closer attention to like the individual music songs and things, and they've got me on almost every single stream. So basically, we're just hanging out while I play this game, and even the pennies I thought I was making, I'm sharing with Final Fantasy music artists or something to that nature. Don't ask me. I mean, I could tell you exactly if I went through each and every one of them, but like what songs are getting a cut, or composers, or something to that, again, something to that nature. It's fun. It's great. I think that there should be some kind of deal made with that allows people to enjoy streaming and playing these games, and I just don't know. I don't know how you'd ever make that happen. I don't think it ever will either, but oh well, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Yeah, same here, Justin. My last day off was June 20th. So what's the grind goal? Hard to believe there's any monsters left in this lake. Oh, yeah. If that actually was a lake, right, and with monsters in it, the grind goal is to try to be able to beat Ultima when we get to him. That's the grind goal. Because we're almost at the end of the game. We're ready to go to the interdimensional rift, and when we get to the interdimensional rift, we're gonna be at the place where we fight the super boss Ultima. And from what everyone has said in the chat over the 20 streams or so that we've done, it sounds like Ultima is going to be the hardest character I'm gonna fight. Sounds like he might be harder than Exdeath at the end. So the goal is to hopefully be somewhat prepared for Ultima when we get to him. Let's see. He wants to one-shot the final boss. Thank you for making me laugh. No, it's not. Thank you. Thank you, though. Thank you. I thought you were right for a second. I'm like, my mic's up? Oh no. That would be nice, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, I think I'd still. It sounds like from what you guys have said that I'm not even ready for Ultima, but we'll see, I guess, when we get there. We could go do that. Do you want me to keep going now, Graveyard Shift? I was having fun with all the combo, though. I wasn't too worried about it. But if you're looking for some, for me to stop doing Thunderstorm every single attack, I can. Well, I mean, if we advance, I'm not going to stop doing Thunderstorm every attack. But at least we'll get to fight some new enemies with it. He wants to one-shot the final boss. For real, Graveyard. Every time I check out his progress, he's here grinding literally for days. No, that's not true. Well, you must have been gone for a while, because I went and did a couple things yesterday, and now we're ready for the last place. And so then I came back here and started grinding again, so that we can get ready to go to the last place and try to fight Ultima. It's Ultima, right? I think it's Ultima is the name of him. I don't know. He wants to one-shot the final boss. For real, though, I think my best choice is to retire is to go to Morocco while there's still cheap land foreigners are already destroying the prices. Yep, so you got to get yours soon. You don't necessarily got to go, but you got to get the land. Well, unless you got to be there. You know, different places, different, like, qualifications to be able to be a landowner, I think, right? Fruit attracts meat, so good planning if worse comes to worse in the future. Yeah, well, I'm also, there's deer everywhere around here. So I'll be all right if that, yeah, if worse comes to worse, don't worry about me. I mean, you know, I'll live a couple days too, just like everyone else who knows what they're doing. I'll make it a couple weeks, you know, and then we'll all ravage each other and we'll see who's the craziest, I suppose. For real though, I think my best choice is to retire in Morocco while there's still land. There's a guy I follow on Facebook that shows extremely affordable houses in Japan that are very livable. Unfortunately, if we ever happened, North Korea would, I think. Fruit attracts meat, so good planning if worse comes to worse in the future. I do have a good job. Boss kind of upsets me a lot. The Berenstein Bears go to... They copyright strike? No, they don't strike. They just... Strike is you actually get in trouble and like you could have your channel removed. They claim. So they copyright claim. So, okay. Obviously neither one of those goes in the shower. Okay, neither one goes in the shower. Your game can actually stay here because you probably won't be in there for longer than 20 minutes. And then that way I don't got to worry about Mom's computer getting messed up. And if you leave it right there, I'll touch the button every 10 minutes to keep it going. Okay, I'm going to get back to my chat, all right? Yep, and then I'll make sure it keeps going while you idle. The copyright strike. Yeah, so it's just the claim. Basically, like, this song right here could be claimed that we're listening to right now. And I don't know if it actually goes to Composer or if it goes to Final Fantasy, if it goes to Squaresoft. It probably goes to Squaresoft. Well, I don't know, because at this time when they made games, I don't think they cared as much about whether or not they actually owned the right to the song. Like, I don't think that when... don't quote me, I could be wrong, but like I don't think that Squaresoft probably bought every single song. They probably just paid to use it. So maybe it does actually go to composers, or it goes to the to the company, but someone made a claim on let's say this song, for example, even though I don't know that it is this particular composition or whatever. And so every time it plays, while it's playing, it's claimed by them, and then I think they basically get a claim percentage of your whole stream. It's a mess. When I was playing Skyrim, they only claimed the title screen, I believe. And then after that, you were cool. So Skyrim, I just always, once I figured out I was getting claims, I just always made sure I was in the game before I started the stream. Did I already? Okay, I need to go sleep, and then we'll try to advance the story if I ever catch up on chat. I enjoy the combo, but if you want to see me go further, I'm gonna have to catch up. Insert Hannibal Burr's face whack. Embarrassing graveyard. They Mandela us. I don't actually personally believe in that at all. I think that it's a mind game that they're playing with people, honestly. You can also make things to look like they are old. It's very, very, very easy to do. So why couldn't you do it with books? Speaking of the game, I saw a video that you can grind prototype by controlling them to cast self-destruct. No gil but free 5,000 XP. I saw a video that you can grind prototype. I think you're talking about the guys in the bottom of the castle that you can cast like level 5 on. But the place that I'm grinding gets you more money than that and more job points. I think we're on the same page. I fully cheesed this on PlayStation 5 Pixel Remaster 4X on everything I breezed through with 4 mastered monks. No rush, bro. 6 is on the horizon till the marauders arrive, right? I've been fighting the urge to use 4X, lol. He made a point last week that I want to beat it first. Yeah, I'm still on 1X on everything. And I'm actually, I mean, for being on 1X, check it out, man. Like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11 jobs mastered. That's pretty dang good. I could basically freelancer everyone right now, and we're probably in a pretty good spot. I just don't know if we're strong enough to beat the super boss. Someone got to get their 3rd of a cent per stream. yes. I've been fighting. Oh my god, maybe I'm going to live in... This might be a sign. My wife and I have been talking about it for a while. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you guys travel a little bit, Defo, so you find a place you like, you know, that you... And yeah, do the damn thing. Someone's got to get their 3rd of a cent per stream. That's the one bad thing about me owning the house is it's like an anchor. And so if I wanted to leave, I think it would be a bad financial decision to try to go anywhere else, basically. And it would be a bad financial decision to go anywhere else. Someone's got to get their 3rd of a cent per stream. I assure you it was... We jumped timelines when the large collider was activated. Definitely possible. Although I'm more on the level of like, we're not going to jump timelines. We're just going to like open up to things that are there that we can't see, that we don't really want to see. Like that's kind of where my mind goes with my imagination on it. And yeah, prototypes are on an island, or it'll, you know, we're playing games that only one being is allowed to play, and you know, we'll have our toys taken away whenever the parents decide so. I assure you it was prototype are on an island by Crescent Island. The second one, I think. Okay. That must be before the joined world, I think. Yeah, props for keeping it real. Alright, let's go. Okay, I don't even know how to get in here to the interdimensional rift, so I gotta pull up the walkthrough real quick. Final Fantasy V walk through. This is the final this is the final dungeon in the game. None of the enemy chests here are missable at this point. Only some stealable items from bosses are unique. Okay, I think I gotta go over like these black holes, right? Let's see. This is the only game I've seen you play so far. Will you play other games soon? Sorry if you've answered this a million times. I'm pretty new to your channel, and this is the only game I've seen you play so far. Real Goose. So, I'm playing the Final Fantasy series, and so I'm gonna play a bunch more of the Final Fantasy. Sorry, guys. I've been talking so much, my voice is getting kind of itchy almost. I'm playing the Final Fantasy series. I didn't buy every single one of the Final Fantasy games. I don't think I'm interested in playing any of the Final Fantasy online games, especially because for me, I just feel like getting into like the online world doesn't fit with the Final Fantasy franchise. But I understand why they did it, because, you know, money. So you got to get online where people could spend more money. There we go. That's what I thought I had to do, was go in one of those. But anyways, I'm playing the a bunch of the games. So we have at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to after this. So we're gonna play at least 6 more Final Fantasies. I might get bored with like the same thing over and over, and we might play a game or two in between. But my goal is not to do that. My goal is to keep playing the series in order. Can't fight it. We're being sucked in. Good, we won. Good, we get a free ride. Here we go. You have no reason to live anywhere else. You're already basically achieved the goal, man. My wife and I are just starting out with life together. Yeah, the only problem is that I don't know that I like it here. That's the problem. It's not. I know. Honestly, this was the dream at one point, but it's gotten. There's some other places I think I'd rather find myself, but it's okay. Okay, to get deep, what if Your soul was like a game console. You use the console to live vicariously through characters who will never meet or know of each other's existence. What if your soul was like a game console? You use the console to live vicariously through characters who will never meet or know of each other's existence. So I'm animating this body, but this body doesn't even know that I'm animating it, and the two will never actually meet. Do I got that right? That's interesting. If I got it right, I mean, you know, I don't know if I'm following your logic there or not. What I'm not going to do is claim that I actually know something that I don't. So fair enough. Because I don't know. I don't know the answer to the what if of the situation. But I do agree, mind blown for sure. That'd be wild. Like your soul is infinitely living lives endlessly through time. Yeah, I kind of took that away. I guess I didn't clarify that I understood the idea of that as well. Yeah, like you go through this one and then you could do another one. Well, so I got a question for you, Graveyard Shift. I obviously have to control this one until it's in. Like the video game has to end before I can control another one. On this what if, on this fun little what if. I just looked up a GameStar Ocean 2 in the Ultra Collector's Edition on eBay, $600. I'm pretty sure I own that game. I don't think I own the case to that game though. I think I only own the disc of that game. There was this one time that I bought this guy's collection, and the price for the collection, it was on like Craigslist or something. The price for the collection was so good that I didn't care that it didn't come with the cases, because it was more about getting all the games for such a good price and that I wanted to play them all. I don't regret it. It was, but as far as having some kind of collection value, you don't have the cases. You don't really have the collection value. For 1,000 years, we have been sealed within the rift. Once Exdeath obtains the power of the Void, our new home, a world of darkness, will be born. You've been a thorn in Lord Exdeath's side for long enough. The Void will be your burial ground. Oh. I was like, please don't let me be level 4. Have you played any of these before, or are they all brand new to you? So this one is completely brand new to me. I've never played this one before, but 6, the next one that I'm going to play, was the first one that I ever played, and that's my favorite Final Fantasy game. And I played it on Super Nintendo as Final Fantasy 3 when I was young. And I've played that game probably 2 or 3 times all the way through. But I've probably played that game like 10 times, a little bit here and there over the years, and not finished it. So I've probably played that game many times, but I beat it about 2 or 3. And that, yeah, the next one is my favorite one. For a second, I thought I still hadn't put my camera back on. Are there any save points in here? Oh, man. 900,000. I forgot to go buy elixirs. Damn it. Six is a masterpiece. I hope you like it if you've never played it before. Yes, I agree. I agree. It's a masterpiece. Did you do Mystic Quest? I got here when you were on 4. No, I have not played Mystic Quest. I do have it written down in my notes, but is Mystic Quest considered a part of the Final Fantasy series? I think it is called like Mystic Quest Final Fantasy or something, right? But is it actually a part of the kind of like the does it fit in? Is it, I guess, like to the rotation of Final Fantasy? And if so, where does it fit in? Not a fan of myself. Too linear and simplified. Can one or two shot last boss with Cure 1. On which one? On 6? I don't plan on doing that. I might throw some ninja stars though. But I don't plan on beating him. I don't plan on beating him using anything that could one-shot. It's a spin-off in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll look into playing that one eventually, but I did not put it in there and I'm not exactly sure where it would have fit in. Not too many people talk about that one. Final Fantasy Adventure on original Game Boy is my all-time favorite Final Fantasy game. If you ever get around to it, it plays like Zelda 1 on NES, but a good Final Fantasy story. Not too many people talk about that one. I played it religiously as a kid. My notes about all the video games and stuff like that is going to page number 2. I kind of organized all my papers recently, so I might not lose all these notes, possibly. But I also have a lot of notebooks, and that's a problem. Be right back, guys. Hi, Tora. Let's see, not too many. I played it religiously as a kid. Okay, quit, bud. It actually did time you out because I didn't touch it in time, so I just took you to anything. I'm sorry. But I got you going again. Can you... Yeah, you're on my camera. Can you... Sorry, buddy. That'd be fun to figure out how to stream it. I know you can, but I'm sure it would be difficult to get all set up. Secret of Mana, yeah. Isn't there a Secret of Mana 2 as well? I wouldn't say so. It's a spin-off. Mystic Quest used Cure 1 on last boss. He goes through all his animations and dies. Remember when I said Atlas Gaming and Nippon-ish software games are the best collectibles? A game I got last year for 18 is now 90. Nice. In Japan, it's called Final Fantasy USA because at the time Americans were complaining about the series' difficulty. So they made it stupid easy. Almost every single Square Enix game is now 60% off in the Nintendo shop right now. Secrets of Mana is another great SNES Square RPG. The Mana series is great. Too bad the AI sucks so bad. AI? Mystic Quest is Final Fantasy. Thank God they released the Mana series on Switch because I can finally play Seiken Densetsu 3. The music is so good it makes me want to cry. You might be able to stream Game Boy games via the Super Game Boy on SNES in case you run into other issues. I don't know if I have a Super Game Boy, but I could probably find one. SNES. I think I do. I think I actually do. That's going to be a good stream when we have it someday. Someday we're going to do a stream where we go through my collection and just kind of take a look at what I got. And I got some pretty cool stuff. Uh-oh. Oh, darn it. I'm trying to find a save point, guys. I don't even really want to walk around anymore. But I'm trying not to use all my ethers. What? Bro is just like frozen? What? Nice, nice. So I must be at the Phantom Village? Oh, I kept saying Ultima, but it was Omega. They sell the Game Boy Final Fantasy in a collection on Steam. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, the secret of Mana, your other characters are AI and they're dumb. The game is beautiful and the music is some of the best, but the combat is awful. Oh, okay. I think I remember that. In fact, I think it drove me crazy because I had played Final Fantasy before I played it. So, it bothered me. I like Celis, yeah, Celis. She's my waifu. Right on, right on. I'm just happy that your waifu is like an old 2D Final Fantasy character. That's great. That makes my day. We're basically like an item, me and that two-dimensional character. You might be able to stream Game Boy games via the Super Game Boy on your SNES. Sorry I missed those two messages, Tora. It took me a second because I was reading the other one. Not many people. I played the green cartridge. Yeah, the Mana, your other characters are in Secrets of Mana. These woods are so peaceful. Why don't you rest here for all of eternity? I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of using my resources. I'm not like overusing my ethers or anything like that. So I feel like I don't. Oh man, did I already save in here? don't think I did. No, I don't think I have. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is like Omega. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How do you even? Is there even a way to fight this guy? Oh, okay. I got some ideas. Am I correct? Tell me if I'm right, guys. You guys probably know better than me because you guys have played this game before. But wouldn't Mime be better than Freelancer because you get 3 skills? Yeah, Mime would be better. Because with Mime, you could do 3 of the skills. So you could go white, obviously. First strike would be good. HP plus 30 might keep me from dying on the first attack. Maybe. I don't know. Do you know about your completion percentage? I do not. Galaxy says hi. Hello, Galaxy. It's recommended to be at level 60. So all the grinding I've done, and I'm not even close to being ready for this guy. That's crazy. I've done a ton of grinding. Perform 4 weaker attacks at once. I might need to go master my mimes. I think that's where it's at. Okay. Does anyone in your chat know how close he is to the end? I'm really close to the end, but I'm not gonna beat this guy, so I'm gonna have to actually back up and go level up some more. So I'm really close to the end, but I'm actually gonna have to go back and level up some more to beat this guy. Oh, wait a second. We're not at full HP on these guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't answer your question. I did see about the percentage thing, but I don't know like what actual percentage I am done. It recommends being level 60. Graveyard Shift says, do you have Romeo's Ballad song? I do not know. Yes. Stops all enemies for a short while. Okay, cool. And that actually works on this guy? Buddy, I'm at a boss right now, like the hardest boss in the whole game. Can I take a look in a minute? Yeah, yep, there's just no way. What are you trying to show me, bud? Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can make this happen right here. I guess I can. This probably won't help me, but I'll do this just to do it. First strike doesn't seem to be working, does it? I think he's hit me first every single time. We'll try it once more. Great. When you're ready, I'd stop working to watch it. I've never seen it beaten before. When you're ready, I'd stop working to watch it. I've never seen it beaten before. Well, I'm not ready yet. I'll let you know. All right. It's like a catch-22, because if I level up to beat Omega, then I just destroy the boss at the end of the game, probably. And I don't necessarily want the end of the game to be like super, super easy. But I also want to beat Omega. Like, so I'm stuck here. Do I go try to beat the game like I am right now and then play again and try to beat Omega? Just to make it a really hard challenge for me to beat the boss? Or am I not even strong enough to beat the boss either? Do I need to grind a ton to beat the boss as well? Oh, I forgot to put on the haste boots. That could have helped. I don't think I can beat him though. Okay, but you can get out, so I can at least save all the progress I made. Let's see. Yes, weak to lightning, 55,000 HP. When you're ready, I'd stop working to watch it. I've never seen it beaten before. I think Omega Weapon in Final Fantasy VIII is harder than Omega. Oh, okay. Or beat it legit, then cheese grind 4x for Omega Battle. I think what I'll do is, you guys will just have to believe me on this, but it's, I don't care if you do or don't. Yeah, but I'll look in a minute, okay? Oh, okay, you can bring it to me. Give me one sec here. You need to go to bed though. You stayed up way too late last night. You need to get some sleep, bud. I'm about to end stream, and we're gonna go to bed. I don't know. We could maybe watch a movie while we fall asleep, but you need to get some sleep here. Take this. Oh, what I was gonna say is, I'm probably gonna have to grind off stream, because no one wants to sit here and watch me. I mean, it's up to you guys. Do you really want to sit here and watch me grind up to at least level 60? Justin says that I need to be at like level 60. So I'll probably have to do a bunch of grinding off stream. Do I not have dual cast on this guy? What the heck? So, did anyone answer me on Mime is probably better than Freelancer, right? Because you get 3 abilities instead of 2? Oh, someone suggested using Dragoon and jumping on Omega. I remember someone saying something about that. You could probably beat him now if you set the whole party up correctly. Okay. Did anyone answer the question on whether or not they think Mime is better than Freelancer? Because you can get 3 abilities instead of 2. As tempting as it is, I'm not using boosting either. Oh, okay. I'm getting 0 experience here. So I'm only getting job. That's good and bad. I do want to master. I mean, I might as well master all the jobs. But I have to get experience to level up, so I will have to get myself out of here and go somewhere where I can find the best experience. Let me take a look real quick. Best experience Final Fantasy V. First Room of Interdimensional Rift. Final Room of Interdimensional Rift, Iron Giants. What the heck? Nobody. How do I get in, guys? I flew over that one and I got in, and now I can't get in. Do I just gotta fly over the right one at the right time or something? Yeah, I didn't notice I wasn't getting XP there either. But that's okay, because when I was grinding that, I was grinding it for money and job points. So, and it is the best place that I've found for money and job points. Probably next to the interdimensional rift, which I can no longer get in. And I don't know why. Alright guys, well, anyways, my son, like I said, stayed up really late yesterday, and he needs to get to sleep, and it's just, he's more likely to go to sleep if I am not on stream. So, it's 1 o'clock here for me anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, and we'll continue tomorrow, and we'll probably do some experience stuff. See if we can get to somewhere around level 60 and then try again, and we'll just see how it goes. I do already have some tips on how to do it, besides Graveyard Shift. Also here it's talking about casting Haste, Big Guard, Regen, and Asuna for Confusion and Heal. Also, I think I could put some ribbons. I think I have 1 or 2 ribbons that I can put on people, which should stop effects from coming on me. And then there might be some, I have 3 ribbons, so I should be able to stop a lot of the effects. I don't understand why I was getting hit with so many of those effects. It must not have automatically equipped. It must not have automatically equipped ribbons, is all I can think. Let me look. I swore ribbon could be worn by a mime. Maybe ribbon can't be worn by a mime. Maybe it can only be worn by the freelancer, which would be, that in itself would be a reason to use the freelancer. Freelancer and Dancer. So yeah, using Freelancer with Ribbon is going to be probably, even though Mime can use 3 abilities, Freelancer with Ribbon's probably better. So I should probably have 3 Freelancers, because I only have three Ribbons, and then 1 Mime, which is actually what I'm set up for right now, because one of my guys, I believe Ferris, has already mastered Mime. So that is one thought of something to do there. Anyways, we will go down that road tomorrow. I hope that everyone, or tonight, I mean, hopefully, I hope that everyone has a great day. Thank you so much for the support of the stream. Thank you, Graveyard. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Defo. Thank you, everyone watching. I hope you all have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one, which I hope to be around 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mountain Time tonight. I'm gonna get off of here, and me and the boy are gonna get some sleep. Y'all have a good one. Thank you again. Bye. Please stop doing that, bud.
Um,
Hold on, I'm not done yet. Hold on.